Hello. So, I just wanted to come on here. Last night I started a new book. This one is called Grandfather's House. So, here it is. It is by John Athan. It was an amazing book. So, this boy, he's in trouble most of the time. He's up to no good. Okay, so he goes to school and he has a gun. He holds his classroom under hostage, and then he goes to show or pretend to shoot the teacher, and then the teacher pees his pants, and it turns out it was a water gun. They're gonna go press charges and that on him after. They said that they would deal with the police later, but he's gonna be expelled from school. So the mom comes and gets him from school. Well, then that's when the story starts, okay? So the mom is like, hey, I'm tired of this. I don't know what else to do. I'm a single parent. What do I do with you? She's like, I guess it is time for you to go and meet your grandpa. Your grandpa. I guess he didn't meet him before. So he's like, I guess it's time. So go pack a bag. We're going. So they drove all the way down to where he lives. It's probably like an hour away. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of like a country home. And so he goes there. The mom answers the door, lets him in. As soon as he gets, like, the mom doesn't go in the house. She just drops him off and was like, okay, see you later. Bye. So she's obviously terrified of this house. She doesn't want to even step foot in it. So she drops the boy off, and so he doesn't know what's happening, how long he's going to be there. He just thinks it's grandpa, grandma, milk and cookies, and they're going to relax for the summer or for the rest of the school, how long he's going to be expelled for, and they're just going to have a fun, grand old time. Wrong. Okay, so he gets inside. Right away, Grandpa was like, hey, drop your bag, I gotta show you something. So he goes downstairs and shows him, like, the basement. It is pitch black. So he ends up pushing him in this room, and it's kind of like, not like a cave, but like a dungeon room down in the basement cellar, like concrete walls, nothing in there. There's no bed, no toilet, no sink. It's like one little room that's like full of cement. So he shuts the door. The door is kind of like a jail cell door, and it's got like a little slit that you could put your food through, pass it to him. So Grandpa shoves him in there, pushes him in, goes upstairs, turns the light off. The boy was down there for a couple hours, and then after the grandpa turns on the light, meanwhile the boy was panicking, yelling, screaming. He thought he's going to be down there forever. He doesn't know what's happening. Grandpa turns on the light, lets him back out, and he says, no hard feelings. That was just what we call purgatory. This is where you would stay if you were being bad. I just wanted to show you, so then that way you know what it's like, so then that way you're not going to misbehave, that you're going to listen to me. So he's like, man, this guy is crazy. So after that, he shows him around the house. He says, your chore is to make the beds, sweep, clean the house, but no mopping because we're old. We don't want to fall. He says that you're going to be mowing the backyard, the front yard, and you're not allowed up in the attic or up in the basement. You're not allowed to do anything like in my room unless you're making my bed. So he has a little guest bedroom that just has a bed. So he has chores. He has to do the dishes as well. And the grandma will cook him 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And she's in control of his diet, okay? So a day or two goes by, something happens, he gets a spanking. He tries to go and call the police. The police come and he's like, oh no, Grandpa's allowed to discipline you. You did not follow his rules. It's fine. And the boy is like, no, he beat me. He's like, no, you're fine. There's no marks on you. You're okay. You're good to go. So the police left. He got out free. He did something else. And somehow the police come back for another look. And the police are like, you're fine. It's Grandpa's rules. You're just misbehaving. You have to listen. So the grandpa's like, hey, you want to be starting crap, huh? So anyway, long story. He does stuff. He gets tired of him. He punished him by a slap in the face. He gave him some beatings on the butt with a spanking stick thing. So anyway, then he ends up for the third torture thing. He locks him downstairs and to the dungeon room. And then he goes downstairs and actually puts him in one of these. So here it is. That is what he ends up putting him in, and he starts smashing out his kneecap. He smashes it so much that the bones and everything is shattered in the knee. He can't move. He says that way his person cannot escape from him. That's what he learned in the war, he said. So then he has a makeshift, like a whip, but it's made with a PVC pipe and tire treads. So there's like 7 of them, and he just started whipping this boy in the back. He was down there. He got whipped in the back by the stick thing, the whip. He got his kneecap smashed out. He got like a big paddle stick with nails whooped on his butt. So bunch of like nail marks pricked in the butt. It went on and on and on. It got bad. He was stuck in that thing. Grandma come over and she's trying to molest him while he's locked up with his head and hands in that little hole. So it gets bad. Days go on. Days and days. Days and nights. And he's down there crying. He's begging. Everybody is just ignoring him. They left him alone. When they did come down, Grandpa would beat him and do other things to him to punish him. Made him at one point eat his own throw up. Stuck a pair of dirty underwear in his mouth at one point down there with poop on it, and he had poop like in his mouth. So like the things that this boy went through, you really felt for him. And then after that, they let him out and put him in a cage, and they put 3 rats into this little dungeon bedroom thing, and they put the boy in the cage, and there's no room for him. He's cramped up like a tiger cage, so he's on his hands and knees, got his sore knee broken. He had his ribs broken and that from the beatings and that. So he's stuck in this cage. And then he could feel like his toenail like starting to bleed, and he's like, oh no, my body's falling apart, I'm bleeding, what's happening? He found out the rat was eating his foot. Then the rat, another one coming, was eating his ear. One was jumping on his stomach trying to eat his stomach, and like the rats, he couldn't get them off because he has no room in the cage, so he's stuck, of course. So rats are just eating at him, and he's just like, hey, you know what, take me, I'm ready to die, just take me, it's okay. So he lays there and he just kind of gives up, and this has probably been a week and a half, whatever it is. So he lays down, he's ready to die. He sees a light, he thinks it's Grandpa coming in or down there, and so he's just like, it's okay, just take me. Then he hears like a calm voice, what did they do to you? And he's like, what? He opens his eyes, and it's the girl that he met that was down like the street from him, and she was trying to help. She picked the lock, she broke into the house, went down there, got him. They come back upstairs. She has to help him up the stairs, of course, because he's like broken. So then Grandma's up there. She tries to get them, throws a hot cup of tea at the boy, and then the girl and the boy are trying to get out, but try to get away from Grandma. She doesn't want to do nothing bad to them because it's old Grandma, but he's like, look what they did to me. So anyway, there's a little tussle in the kitchen there. Her housecoat goes up on flames. She doesn't want to drop and roll. Her thinking was like, hey, still going. So she's standing there burning. The girl was hitting her, not with the wrench, I think it was. So they're starting to have a tussle, trying to get away. She's calling for the Grandpa. And so then Grandpa starts thumping around up in the attic, and they're like, what is he doing? Like, she's calling for him, and he's up in the attic instead of running down to save her. What is he doing? So they think he's going up in the attic trying to get like more torture devices. So the girl that rescued the boy was like, hey, let's go, let's hurry up, he's coming, let's hurry up and get out. So old Grandma, she's running through the house on flames. She's down in the living room, and you'll see what happens to her after. I don't want to wreck the whole entire story, but then Grandpa comes down. He's fighting the boy. They're hitting him with the wrench. They're trying to smash his hands and stop him. Grandpa comes out with a gun, starts trying to shoot at him. Then somehow they shoot at him. So Grandpa and the grandson are fighting, trying to shoot. Finally, Grandpa gets burnt or something. He's laying there. So they think he's down. He's dead. So they get outside. The cop finally pulls up. And the cop comes to save them. He doesn't know if maybe they're the ones that started the fire or not. So he's like, freeze, put your hands up. And then he finds out like that he's actually hurt, that he's not the one that started the fire. And they're like, hey, is there anyone else in the house? They're like, no, nobody is there. Grandma and Grandpa left the house. So, sorry. So anyway, Grandpa, Grandma, they said left the house. The police is like, okay, let's see. You need a stretcher. There's a paramedic on the way. Like, you are in bad shape. Rats ate him, almost ate him like alive. Well, they were gonna, right? Before she came to rescue him. So anyway, then all of a sudden they see a dark shadow coming up through the house. And it's Grandpa. Burnt, charred, standing there, and he's like, I have to finish what I was doing. I have to finish giving him his lesson, or he's never going to learn. The police is like, drop your weapon. He's like, he has to finish his lesson. He's not done his lesson. And the police is like, no, drop your weapon. So the police shot him 3 times, and so they think he's down and out, and they take the boy to the hospital. They bandage him up. His mom comes back and sees him. They're all sorry. They're all crying. They're all sad. They're like, hey, I'm sorry I put you through that. No, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble that you sent me away. Blah, blah, blah. So they're happy. They're one big family. And then the girl in that is like, Grandpa is alive. The grandma died in the house fire, but Grandpa is in the hospital and he's still alive. He's going to go to jail though. So the grandson is like, no, he needs to die. He cannot go to jail. He's going to put me through this again. He's going to lie. He's going to get out of it. And I'm going to be getting attacked in that. So they find out which room he is at. And the boy goes sneak down to his room. He broke a vase in the grandpa's room and started cutting at the grandpa's wrist. So he's doing this in the room, cutting like grandpa's wrist with the vase. And Grandpa can't talk, and he's just staring at him. He's saying like this long thing like that, Noah. So he's saying this long thing that like, you did this, I don't know why, I did nothing to you, blah, blah, blah. So he's sitting there talking, telling a whole big speech. He slices the grandpa's wrist. Grandpa's machine dies or whatever, saying like that he's actually dead. Then he looks up. And the policeman is standing there, watched the whole thing. So he watched him slice Grandpa's wrist and made this whole big speech. And he's like, get out of here. Get out of here. So he runs down back to his room and that. So there's a whole big thing at the end. It was good. I don't want to wreck the complete ending, but go ahead. Read this. I give it a 5 out of 5. It was amazing. And I love the detail in there. There was so much detail. It was so good. So go ahead, get your copy. It was amazing.